What is up guys, Boba Rips here. This is part 8 of my National Pokédex Binder Progress video series. So, it's been a while since the last part. So I did say in the last part, part 7, that I will be doing these Pokédex Binder update videos twice a year. So the first being the midway part of the year and then the second on the end of the year. So it's already technically the end of the year. We're already in November. Plus, the last set for 2025 has already come out. So, yeah, the new cards that I have added to the binder are from Mega Evolution and Phantasmal Flames. So the final two sets of the year. So yeah, as you can see here, I don't have some of the cards here that you guys always see during like the first part of these update videos. So obviously we have the Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Squirtle, and Wartortle. They're not here anymore, the ones from 151. So the reason being is, and I will now get into it, I actually made some changes to my rules of the cards that I will be adding to my Pokédex binder. So I've decided that if the evolution line has a EX at the end, so that would be the final form, for example, of the Kanto starters, then I will not include them in the binder. So even though there is a silver border of Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, for example, there is no silver border Venusaur yet. That's just a regular card, not like an ultra rare or whatever. So yeah, until they do that, I will not include those cards in the binder. So until they release a full Bulbasaur line that's just regular cards with the silver borders, then this will remain empty. So I did that. I applied that for some of the other evolution lines that I used to have in the binder, where it's only like the first two stages, but no third stage because it ended up being an EX. So yeah, I omitted those. So my total went down a little bit, but not so bad because of course I still added some new cards from, again, Mega Evolution and Phantasmal Flames. So yeah, so that's one change that I did. The second one, and this is the last one, don't worry, I actually went ahead and got some cards that I initially didn't want to include in the binder, but I decided to include them anyway because they were the only available version for those specific Pokemon that I don't have yet. So what am I talking about? Promo cards and alternate forms. So alternate forms, before I didn't have like Alolan forms, Galarian forms and all that, and the different gender forms or whatever. But now I do. As long as they're the only available option for that specific Pokemon, then I will add it to the binder. But I will replace it when a more suitable version that I prefer becomes available. So one example I'll show you guys later when I flip through the pages. And then, yeah, promo cards. I did show that I have a few promo cards already in the binder during the last part, so you guys already know that. And then I also added the owner's Pokemon that were reintroduced in Battle Partners and, Heatwave Arena. Oh, basically, Journey Together and Destined Rivals. I don't know why I was saying the Japanese names, but yeah, I added those two. But again, those are all temporary, so until a regular version of all those cards, so whether it's the promo cards, the alternate form cards, or the owner's Pokemon cards, when normal versions come out, then I will get them and replace the ones that I put in the binder. So those are the two changes that I did since the last part. Other than that, I'll go over the rules again if you're a first-time viewer. So I only add silver border cards in the binder, and they all have to be regular cards, so just common, uncommon, or holo rares. And then finally, I only want one card per Pokemon. So if a Pokemon has like different forms, I won't include the different forms anymore. Unless, of course, that is the only available option for those specific Pokemon at the moment, in which I will replace them when the normal form comes out soon. So, yeah. All right, so you already know the drill. This is Gen 1, so Kanto region. So All of these cards, most of them are from 151, because of course it is the specialty set that came out already, like what, 2 years ago? That's crazy. But not all of these are 151, like this Jigglypuff right here. So yeah. And also, by the way, for the Pokemon that already have silver border cards and then a full evolution line, but before, for example, the Abra and the Kadabra that I had here before were from 151. The Alakazam is from Twilight Masquerade because the one from 151 was an EX. But now I have the Kadabra and the Abra also from Twilight Masquerade. So I made some adjustments. I made sure that all evolution lines are not only, of course, regular cards, but also all from one set. So I did that for, other evolution lines here. So this was just the first one that I saw. And then as you can see here, the Geodude line are the Alolan versions, because these are the only available full Golem evolution line right now that have the silver borders. So before I only had the Geodude and the Graveler from 151, but no Golem because it was an EX. But now I went with these guys first. But again, it's only temporary until a normal Geodude line comes out. So yeah, basically that's the change. Other than that, yeah, pretty much most of these are the same as from the last part. So let me just go through these quickly. Still no Mew card, still waiting for that. So now I have the complete Johto starters. So again, like I said, I added the Ethan, Cyndaquil, Kulava, Typhlosion, but for now. And then of course, this is from Mega Evolution, the Meganium line, that's brand new. The Ethan's Pichu. We have the Rockets Ampharos line. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make do with those first. We have a couple of promo cards here, of course. We'll replace those if normal Wooper and Quagstar comes out. You have Team Rocket's Wobbuffet there. Yeah, so pretty good progress. I'll show you guys the total later at the end of the video. The Smeargle is brand new from Phantasmal. Just came out a few days ago. By the way, I promise this is the last thing. So if an evolution line, as I mentioned that I only want the evolution line to be from one set, but if the evolution line is a broken evolution line, meaning the line is in different, every stage comes from different generations. So for example, we have Elekid, Magby, they're from Gen 2, and then their next form, Electabuzz and Magmar are from Gen 1, and then their final form, Electivire and Magmortar are from Gen 4. So it's a broken evolution line. For that, it's fine if I don't get them all from the same set. So because they're not going to be together anyway in the binder. So yeah, I don't mind. But if the evolution line is all together, in a page, then they all have to be from the same set. So now we have Gen 3 Hoenn. Yeah. So it's been a while since I posted. Right now I'm targeting the Korean version of Mega Dream EX, which is the upcoming set. I'm not gonna get the Japanese version, sadly, because it's so expensive. And I said before, I'm trying to save money. That's why I even wanted to do Korean in the first place. But so far I haven't yet, because I still get tempted by Japanese. But I will do the Korean version of Mega Dream EX if the price is good. If not, then I might skip it. As you can see here, we have the cast form, Sunny form. So that's an alternate form. But until they release a normal cast form, then that will be the one on the binder. Okay. That's Gen 3. Now we have Gen 4. So as you can see, I used to have the Turtwig, the Grottle from, was it Temporal Forces? But since the Torterra was an EX, I removed the Turtwig and the Grottle. And also there's like a new Piplup and Printlup from Phantasmal, but the Empoleon was an EX, so same deal with that. So I know it's sort of like a handicap, but my OCD is gonna drive me crazy if I don't make all the evolution lines in from one set. So yeah, Gen 4. Okay, so almost done here. So this first binder has Gen 1 to Gen 4 since they are the first 4 regions and they are the ones based on Japan. I really love this Lake Guardian trio here by Yokonosuke. And this is the last page for the first binder. So let's do a quick cut and go to the second binder for Gen 6 to Gen 9. All right, we have the second binder here. So this has Gen 5 to Gen 9. Sorry, I mentioned Gen 6 to 9 earlier, but yeah, I forgot about Gen 5. But yeah, Gen 5 to Gen 9. So as you can see, I removed the Snivy and Servine that I used to have because the Superior was an EX. So for Gen 5, majority is Black Bolt and White Flare. Well, actually, not really, because a lot of the Gen 5 Pokemon were already released in the prior sets before Black Bolt, White Flare came out, so yeah. So, Gen 5. For Gen 5, I'm really only missing the Snivy line and Frillish and Jellicent because Jellicent was an EX. Don't know why, but yeah. So this is where it goes, Frillish and Jellicent. All right. So, yeah, Gen 5 is the generation with the most Pokemon. And there's the last page. So this Meloetta I just got recently from Phantasmal Flames. So we have the Kalos starters here again, the Froakie and the Frogadier that I used to have. Not here anymore because they never made a Silver Border regular Greninja card yet. Probably won't for a while, even though, Legend ZA is in Kalos, but of course they're probably going to do, Mega Greninja, as well as Mega Chestnut and Mega Delphox. So, but hopefully they make normal versions soon. Steven's Carbink. Yeah, but they're not bad, honestly. I mean, the trainer, like the owner's stuff there, doesn't really bother me too much. But of course, I would still prefer just like a regular Carbink. So yeah, we have Gen 7 now. So the Rowlet line, all from Shrouded Fable. Pretty sure I used to have like the Rowlet from another set. So at least now it's all uniform. The Litten and the Torracat, again, I replaced them. Well, I took them out actually. So yeah. Okay, let me just go through this a little faster. Yeah, the Ultra Beasts are going to be very hard. We haven't seen them since Gen 7, which is where they came from. We have a complete Galar starter page here. Love it. So, of course, the Scorbunny and Raboot are now from Mega Evolution. I used to have the Stellar Crown ones, and then, of course, the Cinderace. And then the Sabo line is brand new from Mega Evolution as well. Yeah. Gen 8. All right. And then, whoops, not done yet. So Blood Moon Ursaluna, because there's no regular Ursaluna yet. Although personally, I do like Blood Moon Ursaluna more than the regular one, but yeah, I'll still wait for the regular one. Then Gen 9, yeah, Gen 9 is pretty much complete. So yeah, you guys already know. Yep. Okay. All the Paradox Pokemon there. And finally, our last page here. Yeah. So I'll do a quick cut and show you guys the grand total so far of what I have. All right, so after some quick maths, well, basically just looking at my list of the ones that I don't have yet, I have 857 out of 1025, so I'm only missing 168 Pokemon. So majority of those don't have silver border cards yet, so I'm still waiting for Pokemon to make them. And then the others, they do, but since of course the evolution line includes an EX, I decided to not include them anymore. So yeah. And then obviously the replaceable cards like the owner's Pokemon, the alternate forms, and the promo cards like this one right here, the Petron. Those will be replaced. So yeah, but I counted them already as being part of the progress since they're there. So yeah, but that's it for this update. So this will be the last update in a while. Again, like I mentioned, the next one will be coming next year, around June or July, and then yeah. So hopefully by then we would have added a lot more cards to the Pokédex binder, so we can make good progress. Overall, though, with the Scarlet and Violet era finally coming, well, it's already done. So with the Scarlet and Violet era finally over, we actually added a lot of cards. So 800 plus, to make up a Pokédex binder purely of just silver border cards. Not bad, So yeah, I'm confident that we'll get the others that we don't have yet in the next few sets of the Mega Evolution era, for example. And I have a feeling maybe we won't complete it before Gen 10 comes out, but I have a good feeling we'll only be down a couple, of Pokemon left when Gen 10 does come out. So yeah, hopefully we make really good progress. Obviously, the goal is to complete it before Gen 10 comes out, but if we're able to knock off a whole lot more and then only a few left before Gen 10, then that would be great. So yeah. Anyways, aside from that, again, like I mentioned, I will get the Korean version of Mega Dream EX when it comes out. So I believe it'll come out around the same time as the English version. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't really do English openings anymore because, it's wild. The crazy situation with English products is crazy. I just don't want to deal with it. Phantasmal Flames released a few days ago, and here in my country, the Philippines, everybody went crazy for it. People were literally lighting up when the malls were just opening and then running inside the mall to go to the toy stores. So it's crazy. I just don't want to deal with that. And then Japanese is my preferred language, but unfortunately, the prices for boxes are also going up. So I just saw a pre-order for Mega Dream Japanese, and it was way out of what I was willing to spend. So yeah, I'm willing to just wait for Korean. But if the price is also bad, then I don't know, I might skip it. So yeah, I mean, lately I've been getting into another hobby, which is Beyblade. So another childhood classic. So yeah, I've been getting into Beyblade a lot. That's why I haven't really been doing Pokemon stuff. So yeah, I apologize for that, but I will try to get back into it. So hopefully this little update video is, will satisfy you guys. So yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next part of my National Pokédex Binder Progress video series. Thanks for watching.